Greetings, YouTube. No one owes you a relationship. No one ever has. No one ever will. Doesn't matter if you're single, you're dating someone short-term or long-term, whether you're boyfriend or girlfriend, whether you're engaged, whether you're married, whether you've been newlyweds for a week or you've been just celebrated your 75th anniversary. No one owes you a relationship. Now, if you're lucky, you'll have friends in your life and you'll have a loved one who becomes your spouse, if you want that. Some people don't. Some people want more than one spouse. Not my body, not my business. But no one owes you anything. If people decide that they don't want to have a relationship with you, that's just the way it is. And if you find yourself in a situation where every single relationship you attempt to start fails, that may be an indication that you need to see a therapist. Because if every relationship you have has failed and the one consistent thing in all of them is you, that can mean that you are the problem. That's just the way it is. Some of us at different points in our life have not been able to make the proper kind of bonds that allow a relationship to work. I've dated quite a few women in my life. I've been married once. All of those relationships ended. Some in a friendly manner, some where I was dumped, and a couple where I dumped the other person. This coming October, I'll be celebrating my 10th anniversary with my wife. That's pretty darn cool. I've been lucky. Not only did I find someone that thought I was pretty spiffy, but she was willing to put up the fact that I had a whole mess of problems. I had an entire baggage train behind me. And she's been there to support me as I've done everything I can to cut as much of those train cars loose and become healthier along the way. And it's been pretty nice. It's been nice that I've been getting healthier, and it's nice that she's been there with me. And I try to support her every step of the way for her own development. But she doesn't owe me a relationship. Nobody does. Why do I say this? I say this because there seems to be quite a few people in the world that think that other people do owe their relationships. Sometimes it's fangirls. Sometimes it's just fans in general of any gender, sex, or orientation. Sometimes it's guys who feel they've been friend-zoned, which is a bunch of bull. The friend zone is crap. If you are someone's friend, you are someone's friend. If you are someone's friend in an attempt to get something out of them, whether you're becoming their friend because they're a celebrity or a sports figure, or becoming their friend because you want sex from them, you aren't actually their friend. You are attempting to manipulate them, to use them. You are lying and deceiving in an attempt to get something from them. You are not seeing them as a person, you are seeing them as access to something, or as a possession. And that is sick and twisted and very unhealthy. And that's a sign that you desperately need to get some help. So if you think you've been friend-zoned, that's crap. You just haven't figured out how to be a friend of someone. Or how to be honest and say, hey, I'd like a relationship. And if the person turns you down, then your options are, okay, I can continue to have a friendship with this person, or I can just walk away. But if you hang around with the idea that maybe eventually this person will just get worn down and give in to me, that's twisted. And if you are a member of the pickup artist community, that's also twisted. The language that they use to discuss the act of going out to get laid is just mind-numbingly sick. And I've heard people defend it, saying, oh, it's about, just trying to make connections with people. No. If you want to make connections with people, that's what you do. You tell them, I'm interested in you. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to establish a relationship. If you're interested in just hooking up with someone, there are message boards for that kind of thing. Go to Craigslist. There's a hookup list. You could tell the person, I'm looking to hook up. That may not work for you. Well, tough. Nobody owes you anything. They don't owe you sex. They don't owe you friendship. They don't owe you a relationship. Never have and never will. And I'm really tired of people that seem to have this attitude, unfortunately, many of whom are male, that people do owe them relationships. That somehow if they put enough niceness coins into the machine of life, that it will kick out sex for them. That if they do enough favors for a woman, that she will eventually give in to them. That is so warped. I've actually listened to people say things like, well, you know that time you were drunk? I didn't take advantage of you. Well, congratulations for not raping someone. Would you like a little gold star for your head to not being a rapist? You weren't their friend. A friend just helps them. And doesn't later say, well, aren't you glad I didn't take advantage of you? I've been around drunk people many times. As a person that doesn't drink, quite often. And guess what? I don't take advantage of them. I don't rape them. I don't rob them. I don't draw dicks on their foreheads. Because I'm a nice guy. I'm not in the friend zone. I'm their actual friend. I care about them. I'm not trying to use them. So, to reiterate, no one owes you a relationship. Be nice if you had one. I hope you find one. They're pretty darn nice. But if you go into the situation with the idea that if you just push these certain buttons in a particular combination, out pops sex, or friendship, or relationship, you need help. I recommend you go see a cognitive behavior therapist. I did a video about that the other day called Tuning the Machine. I would recommend go watching it. But that friend zone thing is crap. The manipulation of other people to get sex or a relationship is crap. Don't lie to people. Be who you are. And hope someone loves you for it. That's just the kind of way life works.